story, I don't know, my ex-boyfriend was a very nippling liar. So I'm not sure if that's exactly what happened, because he was telling me like Harry was following him around the job, saying that he was dating me and all this kind of stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know, like either way it goes, I just feel like they was both in the wrong. Because like if Lord Voldemort at the time, like we was in an on and off relationship, or he knew that Lord Voldemort had this serious connection with me, or he really was in love with me or something like that, like why would you ask him, do he have a chance with me? Like it's really stupid. But like I said, I don't know if my ex-boyfriend was a liar about that story. Like I said, I wasn't there to sit there and discuss the situation, but I think there's like two traits that play in it. Because he really, like my ex-boyfriend, he really didn't care if he hurted me in my job. He really didn't want to apologize. He felt like he was all in the wrong. He felt like Harry should learn how to be a man, that he should accept to be rejected by women. And I was just like, dude, like I didn't even sat there and, you know, said that to him. You went up there and said that to him. So like I said, my boyfriend was a very psychopathic person, and he really didn't care. I saw like another trait that he possessed it, but he did have like, he was verbally abusive. Like it was just like for no reason. Like I said before, he didn't want me to meet his mom, and every time I mentioned it, it was always like he would say something like very verbally abusive. Like it's always along the lines like, I hate you, I can't stand you. Like, and it's not like a joking way, because I do know that they got guys that say that, but he really meant that. And he was just like, I can't wait until I moved out of our town so I could not see you again. Like he would say that kind of stuff. And I mean, like he would just do like verbally abusive stuff. Like one day I made him so mad that he said that I'm gonna shoot your dad in his head. I mean, like I never threatened, like I never said, oh, I'm gonna send my dad out there to you know, to whoop you or something. I'm not sending my dad there to fight you. I mean, like I just said along the lines like, hey, you know, Lord Voldemort, if you don't allow me to meet your mom, you know, if you want to meet my dad, because my dad never met the dude, because my dad, he didn't play that. He didn't play that whole, you know, like why can't she meet your mom? Like that don't make no sense. Like, you know, why are you dating my daughter if, you know, if you don't want her to meet your mom? Like that's stupid. There's mental stuff that was just like, dude, like where are you coming from with this? Like, you know, I don't know what it is, but he felt like, you know, his first instinct is to say some crazy belittle things to me to make me feel bad about myself. Like he would just say, I hate you, I can't stand you. But boy, I would never forget, like we would get into these arguments. Like I could be texting him and he would just, I mean, like it could be something that just take him off, where he would call me. I mean, like he would call me and I'll answer it. And I mean, like, dude, if you ever heard this boy angry, I mean, like, dude, I thought a demon was calling me. I thought a possessed demon was calling me. I mean, like, this boy, like, you could hear, you know how his normal voice sound like. Now, you hear it on a daily basis. And I mean, like, I never in my whole entire life heard a guy voice change like that. I mean, like I heard guys who yell at the top of their lungs, or they do that, you know, when they're mad. But what he did, it was just like a little bit different. Like it was just like he would, like it was like a possessed demon. I'm telling you, like it seemed like he, like it's just like a loud scratchy demon voice on my phone. And he would say like, you know, no, you can't, I can't talk to you. Like it was just like, that's how his voice sounded like when he was mad. I mean, like, dude, I heard boys yelling or shouting, but his was different. That's how his voice sounded like. I'm like, oh my god, like what did I sign myself up for? You know, I was gonna talk. Like once I, you know, even if I took like a breath on the phone, like even if I said the word A or just one letter, he'd be like, no, you can't say nothing. I'm like, dude, like what is wrong with you? Like, I mean, like he would cut me off and say, no, you can't say nothing. And then he would hang up in my face. Like he would talk to me at least 5 minutes and not let me interrupt, not let me say anything. Even if I said, you know, a word, he would just yell over me or shout over me, and then he would hang up in my face. I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, I mean, like, even if I, you know, even if I texted him and say, what is your problem? He would call me again and do the same thing all over again. Like, he would call me and then hang up, like, you know, say whatever he had to say and then hang up in my face, and then he would do it again. I mean, like, no. I mean, like, one day he really ticked me off. I knew he was gonna do it again. Texting him that, hey, if you're gonna call me, this will let you know a phone works two ways. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, then don't call my phone like that. Don't call it. And I bet you he left me alone after that. This is the craziness he be doing. Like, it's just like, dude, my ex-boyfriend, he was just like, it was like something always off about him. Like, it was just like certain traits he possessed. It was like, I really believe something was off about him. Like, something was going on with his life, like something he was dealing on a mentally level. And I do believe, like, you know, his mom probably was the problem. Like I said, I don't know. I never exactly, you know, sat there and watched his mom or anything like that. But it was just like certain things he did, it just like something was always off about him. All right, and then there's another trait that he possessed that I noticed. I really don't want to speak on it too much because, like I said, I felt like I was a fool in the situation. And like I stated before, this is my first boyfriend, and I really never really dated or anything like that. But I don't, like I said, I am not 100% positive, but there was this, you know, maybe 80%. I really do believe that he was, you know, messing around with other girls. Like, it was just like certain things he did, it just certain traits he did, it would just, it kind of shows that he was messing around with other girls behind my back, or probably talking to other girls. Because I remember one day, you know, this was like a morning time, and I just wanted to see, you know, how my boyfriend was doing or what he was doing on Instagram. So I'm looking on Instagram, and he didn't know that what I was doing, that I, you know, I was finding out that he was messaging another girl, or at least he was, you know, commenting underneath another girl's picture. And there was this girl who was like drop dead gorgeous, and, you know, of course I felt a kind of way about her because I saw her on one of his pictures. And then I was just like, you know, I kind of just like, you know, let it, you know, forgot about it, or I just, you know, let it go because he was at some kind of ceremony, so I just let it go. But then I saw him on this picture underneath this girl saying, oh my gosh, like, you're so beautiful, you should be a model. I'm just like, what? And then, you know, she's messaging him back or something like that, or commenting back on his stuff saying, you know, thank you babe, or thank you wherever it is, babe or boo or whatever it is. And he was just like, you're welcome, princess. I'm like, princess? And so I texted him and I screenshotted the whole conversation. I was just like, dude, just to let you know, you don't have to date me. And this is like the early, you know, the early month of dating or something like that. I was just like, dude, you don't have to date me. Like, you could talk to other girls. Like, if you want to be single, if you want to date other girls, you can. That's what I was telling him. But it was just like, he messaged me back. He was just like, I can't believe you look at my stuff, and I can't believe that you screenshotted stuff, and I don't want you looking at my stuff. I'm just like, dude, I'm just telling you, if you want to date other girls, you can date other girls. I can save my time, my money, you know, my energy, my, you know, whatever I got going on, I can save it. But he was just like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe you're looking at my stuff. I'm like, okay, you know what, never mind. Like, you know, I kind of let the situation go. And there was some things in our relationship, it wasn't, I felt like it wasn't really a relationship. I mean, like, it just come off, like, whenever he wanted me, it was like that kind of situation. Like, it felt like he never, like, we never, like, in my opinion, like, yeah, I felt kind of stupid. Like, we never exactly had, you know, a date or any type of way, like, we was like communicating. Like, we never had like a full, you know, sit down, let's discuss our relationship kind of thing. Like, it was just like, it seemed like anytime that he wanted me there, like, physically, if you get what I'm saying, like, he, like, you know, that's the only time we ever did in a relationship, is like been physical with each other. Like, our relationship was never a relationship, let's just say that. Like, it's just, it felt like it was more like a demand from him. Like, All right, and then I'm also gonna get into more of one of the other traits that showed me that he was a sociopath. It's like a trait, I think it's like a lack of reality of life. Yeah, he was more like a type of person, like he speed up the relationship. And like I said, I didn't really pay no mind, because like I said, you know, we knew each other for at least a year before I gave the relationship a try. But he was very like, he speed up the relationship so crazy. Like, I mean, like it was like the third time we were hanging out, or at least, you know, seeing each other, and he would be like, oh, like, you know, I really do love you, I want you to say that you love me, I really want you to kiss me. Like, I mean, like he forced the kiss on us. Like our first kiss, like he forced it. It was never like, you know, allow me, you know, the girl, to, you know, reach you halfway. You know, it was always, you know, he would move his face closer to mine and try to make me kiss him. Like he was that type of person. Like he speed up the relationship. Like he gave you like unpromising promises. Like he said, oh, like, you know, whenever I get into the military and everything like that, we're gonna have kids. I already know what their name is gonna be. I know that we're gonna have a house. Do you want a big yard? Or you know, like I said, we would walk around in the his neighborhood, and he would point out like, oh, like this house would be a really good house, you know. Like he would just name things like, you know, oh, like, you know, we're gonna travel when we get old, or something like that. We're gonna be, you know, 25 or 26 when we have kids, something like that. Like he was the type of person, like he rushed it. And you know me, I thought it was cute, because like I said, I never had a guy so interested in me before, so I really didn't pay no mind. So I was like, you know, of course I was playing along with him, but he was really the one that said I love you. And like I said, the third time we was hanging out, or you know, the third day, you know, the third time we was hanging out, he bought me a necklace. Like he bought me like an Amazon necklace that he found, and he gave it to me. Like it was like a couple necklace. Like, you know, he had the other match and I had the other, you know, the other one. That he bought us like matching necklaces. Like he was pretty much speeding up in the relationship. And you know, I know this is kind of weird, but I feel like, you know, he did that with other relationships with girls. Like he speed up the relationship with them. And I just thought it was so funny. I mean, like, you know, he used to be like, had this post on social media, like on his Instagram, and this is like way before I started dating him. And I don't know like what, I'm not sure if he had another girl or something like that, but he had this whole idea that he was gonna marry a Leo. I'm a Leo. Like I'm just like, okay. And whenever he posted that, you know, status, it was like something like, you know, a Sagittarius and a Leo should get together because they're gonna have a bomb relationship. And this is like whenever he posted that, that's exactly probably whenever we you know, but when we were friends or something like that. And so I was looking at it, I was just like, dude, do you seriously have a post where you say you're gonna marry a Leo? He's like, yeah, I do. I'm just like, dude, I'm a Leo, so how will you know I'm a Leo? Like, are you posting, like, how? I mean, like, he must have been paying attention or something, but he knew, or he said something along the lines one day like I was gonna marry a Leo. I'm like, dude, I'm a Leo. So, you know, have you been, like, I don't know if he been like thinking about this relationship ahead of time and he posted it on social media, or he just knew, like, you know, or there was another girl that was a Leo, or he just knew that he was gonna get with a girl like me, or I don't know. Like I said, it was just like he speed up the relationship. It was just kind of crazy. And then there was another trait that I saw that he possessed. I'm not sure too much well about him and his friends, but it was just like some things that stuck out to me, because it was just like I said, this guy was such a likable person. If you're, I'm not trying to say that you don't have no enemies, but it's just like, I remember like we got into an argument or something, and he was saying, oh, you're just like the rest of them. I'm like, well, like, the rest of who? And you know, sometimes you can't ask him anything because he won't tell you the answers. He pretty much just said, you're just like the rest of them. I can't wait to leave our town. You know, I can't wait to leave everybody. Like, he seriously had this strong, grudge against everybody. Like, it seemed like it was like his family, me, his friends. I don't know too much about his friends, but he said there were some people that he didn't like him, or that was causing him problems. And I'm just like, dude, like, what are you getting yourself into? Like, I mean, like, I honestly believe that if he had friends, they most likely, you know, they most likely knew the truth about him or something like that. But I just knew, like, you know, like I said, it's kind of hard to like understand what was going on with him, because, you know, with me, especially if I made him mad or anything like that, he would block me. So I'm pretty sure some of those friends that he had, maybe he blocked them and, you know, stopped them from going onto his page and saying stuff about him. So maybe that's what he did, because like I said, my ex-boyfriend, like Lord Voldemort, he will block me. He will block like my social media page, like he will block like my Instagram, my Snapchat, anything like that. Anything that we were somehow friends on there, he would just block me. And I mean, like, it could go on for months or days and he would not even care. I mean, like, this is how he acted. I mean, like, sometimes he would just use that just to cool off. Like, he would block me for a week and say, you know, hey, how you doing, how's life? And, you know, I'll be like, dude, like, you know, why did you block me? Like, what, you know, I mean, like, I had separate Instagram pages, like, you know, one for business and one for personal reasons. So I had used my personal business Instagram page, and I realized he blocked me. Like, it's just like, why is this dude, like, I mean, like, it could be a small argument and this dude would block me. So I would not be surprised if he had like friends that he had on his social media pages and that he blocked them or deleted them or something like that, because he would do that if he didn't get his way, like I stated before. Work out, it could work out. I mean, like, you can run around, you can run away from whatever problem you have in your hometown, but at the same time, it's just like, if you're a negative person, you're gonna connect negativity to you. I don't care how it is. And that's the type of person he was. Like, he, like, to this very day, he moved to California due to military reasons. And I feel like, you know, one time we was friends on Snapchat and he was never happy with himself. He would post like some crazy like depression stuff on his social media page that let me know that, you know, something's going on. Like, in, you know what, he had a friend picture on his Instagram page and he automatically deleted like a week or two ago. So it just tells me, like, either he can't keep a friendship or something's going on. Like, I mean, like, it could be like maybe the people he's making friends with maybe the problem, but at the same time, I just felt like maybe it could be him, because like I said, dealing with him and his issues, like, he would just lie off the bat, like, just lie, like, for no reason. And of course, you know, once he got into the military and, you know, all that drama stuff, you know, went down with us, and then we try to build a friendship with each other. I mean, like, I realized the hard way, you cannot be friends with somebody, especially your ex-boyfriend, especially a sociopath. Like I said, I didn't know he was a sociopath until later on. I mean, like, I was trying to be there for him. I mean, like, you know, support him in his military journey and everything like that. And I mean, like, this dude, like, as soon as he got into the military, as soon as he got stationed into California, he felt like we was in a competition with each other. Like, he was just like, guess what, I have me a car, I got a good paying job, and, you know, all this. And I'm just like, okay, you know, where are you coming from? Like, I'm sitting here like, dude, you know, telling him, hey, I don't mind being your friend, I just don't want you to lie to me. Out the blue, he would just say, guess what, I'm getting paid, I'm getting a job, you know, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm like, okay, you know, that's fine, that's cool. Like, dude, I liked you when you didn't have a job. I liked you when you didn't have a car. So that tells you a lot about yourself. Like, I didn't care about those things. And I mean, like, this dude did not have no proof of a car. I mean, like, on his social media page, like, it just literally shows him sitting at his friend's passenger seat, like he's a scrub, like a passenger to his friend's car. Like, I mean, like, it literally showed him sitting in the next seat. Like, it never showed him sitting behind a wheel or nothing like that. I mean, like, you literally could tell he didn't have a car. He never took a picture of a car. He literally just shows a picture of him sitting in a car. He never, you know, like I said, yeah, he does have a military job, wherever it is. He does get paid really good money, but like I said, at the same time, like, how are you getting paid really good money and yet you got your phone broken? Like, I mean, like, even whenever it came down to his phone, I was just like, okay, you know, how do you broke your phone out there, you know, Lord Baltimore, how you broke it? He was just like, oh, I can't tell you none of that. I'm like, okay, like, seriously, you could have just said, hey, I dropped it on a rock, and you know, I went swimming with it. This dude could not even tell me how he broke his phone. Like, this is not even, I mean, like, this dude would just tell me one thing. Like, I mean, he would sit there and say, oh yeah, I broke my phone. I'm like, okay, you know, what happened to it? Oh, I can't tell you none of that. I'm like, why are you even telling me? Why are you even starting a conversation about your phone being broken if you're not gonna tell me how you broke it? And like I said, he broke his phone. He literally been phoneless or whatever it is for like months. And I mean, like, this dude been sitting there bragging to me that he has a good paying job, that he could afford wherever he could afford, but yet you have like your phone been broken for months, right? I'm like, dude, you literally don't have to pay nothing. They're paying for you to stay there. And you tell me you don't have enough money to get your phone fixed. You don't have enough money to get your phone replaced. One day I want to be close to him and, you know, just to be there for his military journey for him. And then I went and bought me a ticket to California. And if you don't know, you could follow one of my videos. It pretty much just give you like a vlog, or I'm gonna pretty much state how I got abandoned out there, or at least the suggestion box right up there. I'm gonna show you the video of how I went to California and pretty much like the vlog of me going to California. But I did bought a plane ticket to go out there to go visit him. And I mean, like, I planned this trip 3 months. And, you know, he knew about it. Like, he was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely cool with it. He was just like, oh, you know, if you come out here, I'm definitely gonna take care of you. I'll make sure you all right and all this kind of stuff. Let's just end this story very short. And let me just tell you that whenever I, you know, weeks before I was about to go, a week before I was about to go out there to California, he told me out the blue, like, guess what? I'm getting married and I'm gonna be a stepfather. I mean, like, this dude seriously waited a week to tell me this. I mean, like, he didn't say this whenever I bought the plane tickets. He never said anything about him having a girlfriend. He was pretty much being flirtatious the whole time. I mean, you know, I wasn't playing with it. I was just like, dude, you know, I'm just here just to you know, go visit you as a friend. And as soon as it's like a week before I'm about to go out there to California, he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get married. I gotta be a stepfather. I mean, like, this dude did not have no proof of any type of girl or any type of kid on his social media. I mean, like, this dude did not even have no proof that he was getting married or anything like that. And it's just so funny that only I knew about this. Like, I mean, like, I screenshotted what he said. I mean, like, only I knew about this. Like, I just found that so funny. And I was just like, okay, you know, that's fine if you're gonna get married or whatever it is, but I'm just letting you know, like, I'm going out there to California. I already paid my ticket. I already bought a place for me to stay out there. And, you know, all of a sudden he gets mad because he's not getting his way. Like I said, when it came down to dating him, he got mad because he wasn't getting his way. And like I said, there's probably plenty of ways why he was mad at me for not getting his way. I mean, like, you know, like I said, he's the type of person, like, you know, he want everything his way, and he got mad at me and then he blocked me. So I ended up going to California by myself, alone, for a couple days because he didn't get his way. To this very day, I never heard from him. I don't know what he's doing. Like I said, he might be causing more problem than anything. I don't know what he's doing out there. But I never heard from him. Even whenever he had, you know, came back to town, he never tried to contact me. He never said he was sorry or anything like that. But I just realized that there were certain things that he said, it was just like, it wasn't adding up in anyone's books. Like, it's just like some of the stories he was telling, and, you know, the girl he kind of left me for, you know, me and her kind of got in contact with each other. And I told her the stories about me, him, and everything like that. And even she told me that she felt like there was some stuff he said that it wasn't adding up. And I mean, like, I can show you screenshots of what she told me or whatever it is. It's just like she literally said she felt like some of the stuff he was saying, he was also telling her stuff, like promising her, like saying that they're gonna get married and all this kind of stuff. It was like he was like a sociopath. Like he shows like signs of it. And she also told me like she felt like she had to distance herself from him, because it was just like certain things that he said, it just didn't add up. Like I said, I wasn't the only victim. Like, I'm pretty sure she was a victim of his little crimes and everything like that. I'm pretty sure she had to deal with some of the stuff he was saying. But like, I know this is like a crazy long story, a very crazy long story of how I dated a sociopath. But if you want me to make more videos in the future, please like, comment, subscribe for more videos in the future.